the subject of ancient civilizations and documentary films, there's a new one that's coming out, I think, on the Discovery Channel, all about Incan sacrifices, and these 3 babies that this family had sacrificed to the volcano gods or whatever were perfectly preserved. I didn't get to see it. I saw the commercials for it. I'm hugely interested in it. But it kind of segues into this other kind of bizarre story about the Incan culture. Peru finds human sacrifices from Inca civilization. Researchers at an archaeological site in northern Peru have made an unusually large discovery of nearly 3 dozen people sacrificed some 600 years ago by the Incan civilization. And apparently they preserve these bodies because they say they're in good condition. They still have skin tissues and hair. They've been preserved. They were found in a dry area. And they're also saying that most of them were women around 15 years of age, and only one of them was pregnant. And it looked like they did something to the fetus. I don't know. Very bizarre. Just the whole ritualistic murder thing to practice religion. It's just beyond me. But it seems like the elite are still into this, and that's why I kind of cover it, and I'm fascinated by it. And when I saw this special, we should bring up the trailer for this thing. The kids look freaky, man. I don't even know how to describe it. Their skin's still on their face. They're all wrapped up in these like rug-like things. Yeah. It's bizarre. Go check it out. All right, let's take some calls. John in West Virginia. John, you're on the line. Yes, John. Good.
Yeah, I heard the last caller last night. I tried to call back, but it was too late, about the HR 1444 that he was talking about. Well, I called my senator about that.
Okay.
And I got Assistant Liz, and I asked her, I said, what's going on with this bill? She goes, well, I found out what's going on with it. I went, no, I know what's going on, what they're trying to do. I said, has it passed? I mean, I said, went through Congress and it's going on before the House, and she told me that it goes before committee.
No, it's in committee. That's what I'm saying. It's in the second stage. It was introduced. It's in committee right now. Then there's another process before committee, and then after that, that's when it will be voted on in the House. He said that there was also another Senate bill, which was separate from H.R. 1444, that essentially set up the same thing. I have not seen that bill. I forgot what the number on that was, and I did not get to look that one up.
I got my notes. I take notes when you all talk. Let me flip to it, because I was trying to find...
No, because there was that separate Senate bill. This is just nightmarish in itself.
S277.
S27. Pull up S277. Can you guys find that for me? Print it out for me, too. Let me look it over in the break. See, I didn't get to see that one, but this one's bad enough. I mean, as soon as you... Well, you know what they're going to find in these committees, man. They're going to find that all this stuff is a good thing, and they're going to find ways to get people into it. The bad economy is good for them because more people are willing to take on DHS jobs or AmeriCorps jobs or join City Year. The only economy that's flourishing in this terrible economy is Walmart. We covered that yesterday, but here's another headline.
Today.
What's that?
They talked about it on Fox today.
Because there's another headline. It's worse than what I said yesterday. They're going to add 22,000 more jobs in the U.S. Okay, they created 33,800 jobs last year. They intend to have 157 to 177 new or expanded stores and clubs during the current 2010 fiscal year. So over the next 18 months, they're expecting 150 plus new stores or extended stores. And mainline U.S. economists are expecting that at least 520,000 payroll jobs are going to leave in May alone. And that was, obviously this is June 4th. So they're saying that 500,000+ people were probably laid off. That's mainline. Even Target and Macy's are announcing job cuts. But Walmart, just going to the top, baby. Slave Grid Incorporated.
Have you seen the documentary about them?
Yeah, no, I've been promoting it. It's called Walmart, the High Cost, the Low Prices. It really goes through the slave labor camps in China, shows you how families have to live there. It's disgusting. It's sickening. And that's what's coming to America. A second world nation where you live in a dorm with your family and have to pay for it and beg your slave masters to feed you at night. It's loving. It's what we should all do. And that's if they don't kill you, because in Earth 2100, they're like, half the population has to die by plagues. Oh, we're shooting chemtrails into the sky. It's all delicious and fun for us, and the mercury's good until coal is providing the mercury, because we don't want coal, because coal is causing global warming. Ooh, the boogeyman. John, I thank you for the call. Steve in Illinois, you're on the air. Steve. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
Jason,
sir.
how are you?
Good.
Good. Okay, obviously there could be 1,000 things to talk about. Kudos to the gentleman who produced the Reclaiming the Blade movie. That's just super. While I was waiting here, I was able to review the internet trailer, the extended trailer. One important thing about that is that goes back to the days when all free men were armed. It was a sign of freedom to carry a blade, and basically, that was a part of your overall what you dressed in. The idea of being armed at all times, free men being armed at all times. In fact, when they released a slave, in fact, in the movie it talks about when a slave is released, one of the ceremonies they do is present a blade to that person to carry as an identity thing. But next is, have we been discussing the Supreme Court decision on gun rights that happened just recently? I know MSNBC just did a video on it today.
I've missed it.
Okay, I'm kind of stuck here. I saw I guess Brian Williams of MSNBC reported that there was a Supreme Court decision, which of course was a 5-4 decision.
Oh, okay. It's always 5-4 every single time.
5-4, yes. So the conservative majority there were 5-4. Justice Roberts, Scalia, those guys. They decided 5-4 about gun rights and the interpretation of the Second Amendment. Now, I've got to do a little bit more research and find it again on MSNBC, but you could have your producers look into that. But something major happened today out of the Supreme Court, and of course, LaPierre of the NRA was right up front there, carrying on about it, and the whole issue of, is the right to bear arms for the militia, for an individual person, and all the usual ninnying that Alex Jones and you talk about all the time, basically that they try to marginalize the language of the Second Amendment. And interestingly, in one piece of the video on MSNBC, and I'll wrap up here quick, is one part there's some sort of a city leader, a mayor or something like that, saying, okay, well, with this decision, realize that doesn't mean you can just pick up a gun and carry it anywhere, okay? The idea being that we're still severely limited. But something to look into is what this newest MSNBC report is on a Supreme Court decision, a 5-4 decision about gun rights. That's all right.
I'll definitely check it out. Thank you for the call. Rich in New York. Rich, you're on the air. Yes, Rich.
Yes, Jason, brother. How are you, brother?
Good.
Good. Listen, I have something kind of off subject, but I was listening to your guest previously, and I have a suggestion for him. I have a book here called The Burnished Blade, written by Lawrence Schoonover, copyrighted by McNichol, 1949. He should read it. And the rest of his crap, I'm not sure if I can believe, but I tell you what, this is what I'm calling for, Jason, because I want to report this. And I did this to Steve Quayle, but he's been having problems. We had staggered column of black helos over this position within the last 48 hours, and they were AH-46D, painted flat black, followed by an AH-60 Blackhawk. Yeah, and we've been having these reports. Well,
black helicopters exist.
Well, they were heading northeast. They were heading northeast for my position, Jason. That means they were headed for Syracuse or Albany.
It doesn't shock
right
me.
In your town, brother, they're coming.
Well, you know what? They have a lot of military bases up there. They got military bases right around Schenectady, right around the airport in Albany.
They just flew over here 48 hours ago, headed there. So I'm just telling you.
Well, maybe this has something to do with this, WHO apparently going to declare level 6 in 10 days.
They are pre-positioning their assets. And what they're doing is these aircraft, as I understand, and I'm a U.S. Marine veteran, and I've been talking to people around here, and we have never, ever seen a tactical column fly over here at 1,000 feet. Not like that.
I'd never seen it either until the other day on my way in.
So guess what?
No, I'm saying I saw that here. I reported on it over in Austin.
Well, they were headed northeast from my position, so that means they're headed for Albany or Syracuse or get refueled and go to Fort Drum.
All right, man. I'll check it out. Yeah, Fort Drum is right up there as well.